Hello, everybody. It's Thursday night, and you know what that means. It's time to have a guided meditation for a healed America. What do you say? When we heal America, the rest of the world heals too. I'm so glad that you're here. At 6 o'clock, I did a Substack Live. Just FYI, I'm doing those daily. 6 o'clock seems to be working out okay, but it's not going to be etched in stone that it'll always be 6 p.m., but in the later part of the day. And a couple of things about my Substack Live. The reason that I'm even doing that is that as I find out more and more about YouTube and Google, I really am very, very aware. It was good. Oh, good. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm very, very aware as I look into it even more, like further, that Google, it's not friendly to democracy. I mean, I still have a YouTube channel. I never go past really 1,000, 1,200 views. It's very strange. Everybody else gets more views, but yeah, my ego gets involved. But I thought I'd just see what happens on Substack. And I don't do psychic readings on Substack. I just talk about what we're going through. So I'm calling it Getting a Grip. Kind of like Off the Ledge, but it's Getting a Grip. So join me. Let's see, tomorrow I can probably do 6 p.m. Yeah, I can. I'll set it for 6 p.m. tomorrow for a live on Substack. It's just a half an hour. And several of you were there today. So, and you can watch it on replay. And I'll post that on my YouTube post community page. So, yeah, so thank you to those of you who have been showing up this week to my Substack Live. I want to talk about how we're feeling because we are being assaulted left and right. I mean, I don't mean that in a political way, left and right. We're being assaulted from all sides. And today, recently, this is news that not many people are talking about, but there was it's kind of a pact, an ongoing pact between what used to be the Soviet Union and the United States that's held for a while, that we will not proliferate our nuclear weaponry, and that ran out today. So if we had a competent, sane person in the White House, then that would be pretty high top priority. Let's get some kind of an agreement going with Russia that we're not going to accelerate the nuclear arms race. We have enough nuclear weapons on the planet. You can look it up. You can Google it. We're being held hostage by Google. But you can look it up, or you can use another browser. How many nuclear weapons are on planet Earth, and how many times can the Earth be blown up? It's in the thousands with the current number of nuclear weapons that are on the planet. It's definitely in the thousands. I just don't know how many. So you only need to blow up the planet once, right? Food for thought. So we continue to intend and to pray for sanity to prevail. And there are things breaking in the world, international news that involves Epstein. I swear, there's not a person who's ever lived on planet Earth whose legacy has gone on for as long as his has, in terms of the wake of the damage and the corruption and the evil. So things are shifting around and changing. I see Electrostorm, you're like, Bannon said ICE will surround our elections from now on. I hate that dirty pig. I mean, doesn't that indicate to you how freaked out Steve Bannon is? Like, he's using the same Putin and Trump playbook. Like preempt what's coming for him. So we're in a difficult place, and what Dumpy is doing is trying to steal everything from us. What a sad life. What a sad life. What a desperate and sad life Trump has. It's never enough. Like Mary Trump's book said, too much and never enough. Something like that. The first book. You want to tell Bannon to just take a bath and leave us alone? I know, we all do. I mean, and you look at this cast of characters, like I was talking about on my Substack Live, you look at this cast of characters and it's like, what hole did they crawl out of? It's really weird. So anyhow, we're going to get into our meditation in a little bit, but feel free to express how you're feeling. They're crashing and burning. They are. They're falling apart. I mean, just case in point, look at James Comer. These people are not smart. These people are really desperately stupid. Look at Kristi Noem. I mean, look at Pam Blondie. They don't even seem like they're strong. They don't even seem powerful when you see them. For that matter, look at Steve Bannon. I understand how dangerous they all are, but if you really get down to it, in their souls, they know how much they'd rather be loved than hated. And that's really, really true. Deep down in their souls, these horrible excuses for human beings based on their behavior, deep down in their souls, they wish they could have love, but they can't. They can't. And so they want to hate us. They want to inflict pain and hatred and violence onto us because they can't have love. They're absolutely soulless. And if you've followed me for a while, you may have heard me say that I have asked my guides about the Donalds and his soul, and that gotten that he was Mussolini, and gotten that, this is my psychic impression, that he was such a horrible, horrible person who met a terrible end when he was Mussolini. Psychic talk here. And yeah, we do come back and we do have karmic debts to pay. And it might appear to us that, oh, he gets everything that he wants and he gets away with everything that he wants and he gets all the money that he wants. And all that is definitely true. And it's our karma, I guess, to be going through this as a collective populace. But the one thing that I really got very strongly and very clear, crystal clearly, was this. His punishment, this soul's punishment, I'll just call it that for lack of a better way to describe it. It's like the karmic debt, the karmic punishment, is that he'll be born into a family, the Trump family, which was, I think, the Scottish name that they changed. It was Drumpf. And you feel sorry for Trump's guides? You're funny. Is that he would be born into a family where he would not experience love. And for his entire existence, he would not experience genuine love. He doesn't know what it is. It's not been given to him. He's not received it. All he knows is transaction. And I said something on my video last night on the Psychic Reporter, formerly known as PNN. I said something that really stuck with me. And when I said it, it really kind of startled me. It's like, because I really got it. That when Trump looks at anybody, when he looks at a person, what he sees is dollar signs. What he actually looks for, he surveys the scene, and he looks at a person and or a situation or both, and the first thing and the only thing that he thinks of is, how can I capitalize on that? And I think it made me shudder, because I think about the Epstein situation, where that's what they did. They looked at young girls and they saw dollar signs. What a terrible, terrible, terrible life that is. And I actually do believe that there's a place that people go, that souls go, that is awful. On YouTube, you saw someone read Trump's lifetimes, and each lifetime he is evil, he never learns his lesson. Yeah, well, I've given you sort of the rundown too. Maybe it was me. He was Louis the 14th. He was Nero. He was Mussolini, and he's his current self. And I do pick up that he's had lifetimes as really evil leaders of tribes and that kind of thing. So there's that, right? I don't think that we need to get into all the details about the Epstein, all that. We don't need to get into all the details about that. I'm not interested in getting into the details, because personally, being clairvoyant, I know too much and I don't want to keep ringing that bell. But I do know that justice is coming. You remember when he said he doesn't God because it's not transactional? He doesn't what God? He left out a word. He said he doesn't pray to God because it's not transactional. He also said, his so-called Christian friends early on asked him if he ever asked God for forgiveness. I think at the time he was talking to some genuine Christians, and he said he didn't have to ask God for forgiveness, right? It's okay that you're late. That's why I start 15 minutes in. Justice is coming in the UK, that's true. The whole thing is falling apart. So yeah, it's not an easy life that he has. And my sense is that he'll leave this earthly existence before justice happens, but we can't get all, up in a huff about that, because it's not up to us how he goes, right? Yeah, Darren, we start 15 minutes in. I just blabber away until it's 15 minutes. So it does give people a chance to show up, because we just had a few and now we have 31. So once again, join my Substack live if you are around. I'm going to set it up for tomorrow at 6 p.m. It's just a half an hour. Yeah, Trump will pay afterwards once he's left this earth. I totally agree. So for next Thursday, why don't we all invite somebody to come to the meditation? Because somebody else might need the meditation too. But I'm glad that you're all here. We have a good group. And we've got, less than a minute before we start meditating. So make sure you're in a very comfortable place where you will not be interrupted. And we'll get started. Imagine how miserable Trump must be to stare at himself in the mirror every day. He's coming unglued. After this, I'll make a video and upload it. Excuse me. Okay, so I'll make a video and upload it. I'll do a psychic reporter video. A tickle in my throat. Are you ready? 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and hold it as long as you can, and a longer breath out. Take a really deep breath in. Hold it as long as you can, and a longer breath out. Once again, take a deep breath in and hold it as long as you can. And then when you're ready, take a longer breath out. And just know that these are the kinds of breathing techniques to use when you're feeling panic and anxiety. Hopefully it doesn't happen very often, but just know this kind of breathing lowers the stress hormone level in your system. So you can continue to take a few more breaths like that if you like, or just breathe naturally but more slowly than usual. And pay very close attention to the gentle sensation of the breath as it moves in and out of your nostrils. Feel every sensation as the breath moves in and out of your nostrils. Follow the breath. The divine intelligence that created you is in this breath. Without this divine breath, you would cease to exist. Pay close attention to it. And feel yourself very grounded and present in your body. Now bring your attention to the toes and relax the toes. Relax the soles of the feet and the tops of the feet. Feel the relaxation moving into your ankles and calves. Relax your knees and your thighs. Feel your lower body becoming heavy. Relax your lower abdomen, buttocks, and hips. Focus your attention on your tailbone. Relax the tailbone. And moving up vertebrae by vertebrae, relax each one. Relaxing each and every vertebrae, all the way up until you reach the base of the skull. Feel your entire spine relax. Relax your stomach and waist area. Relax the diaphragm, the muscle that lifts up your rib cage and allows you to breathe. Feel your entire back relaxed. Feel that relaxation moving into the lungs and the rib cage and the heart. Moving up into the shoulders. Relax your arms, your elbows, wrists and hands and fingers. Bring your attention to your throat, your neck, and relax and move that relaxation up into the jaw. All the hundreds of facial muscles relax. Your scalp relaxes. And now scan your body from the crown to the tips of the toes. Notice any place that feels tense and bring your attention there, and your attention relaxes that part of your body that was holding tension. And once again, scan your entire body. Feel your body very present in this moment. Not the past, not the future, this present moment, this present breath. Imagine that all the energy that's available to you is right here, in this moment, in this space. Imagine that all the thought energy that was in the past, all the thought energy that was focused on the future, is now all consolidated into the right now present. And you're completely here, completely grounded in the present. Feel that feeling. All your energy is devoted to this moment. Imagine that you're with a huge group of people, a collective community of people. Imagine that this huge community of beautiful people are in a circle that repeats, that are seated in a spiral that winds from the center around and around and around and around. It seems to go on infinitely. You're seated with like-minded people, and in the center of the spiral is a fire, like a campfire. And this group of people are all souls that are here on the planet at this time that all want the same thing. In America, a return to sanity and humanity. Imagine that you can feel that thought form energy. We all want sanity. We want harmony. We want to live in a loving society, in a loving country. We want healing. We want the elimination of evil from this regime. We want the elimination of this regime that's inflicting harm on so many. We want love. We want light. And not only do we want it, this collective spiral of people that goes on forever, seemingly. All these souls that are in America right now, think about all the people at the rallies and the protests, their consciousness. We demand peace. We desire peace. And there's an interesting thing that you notice about this huge spiraling group of people that are all in a circle that winds around and around and around a campfire in the center. You can feel the thought energy, the conviction that everyone's consciousness here has, that peace and harmony and progress and goodness and healing and health are happening. Feel the strong thought form energy. Out of many of us, one thought form energy that includes the United States healing. That includes all of our consciousnesses being free to express, free to be fearless, free to do the work using the gifts and talents and skills that we inherently have, to work together, to cooperate. We all have the collective desire to rebuild this nation, and we all have strong conviction, the strongest conviction ever, that this will be done. And imagine that the people that are closest to the fire in the middle are throwing sticks and logs onto the fire, and it grows, and a beautiful luminous light ascends just like smoke from the fire. It's a beautiful luminous smoke. And imagine that all the people that are all lined up in a spiral around the fire are chanting, one love, one light, one power, one healing, one love, one light, one power, one healing, one mind, one unity, one United States of America. United States of America. Emphasizing United States of America. United States of America. Feel the words rippling out all the way across the spiral of people seated around the campfire. And now imagine that one person around the campfire has a candle and lights the candle from the fire that's spewing beautiful smoke above the entire crowd of people. And imagine that all of us have an unlit candle that we're holding, and the person who's lit the candle from the fire that they're holding passes it to the next person and the next person and the next person, and we all begin to have our candle lit by the people around us. And you're now beginning to see this beautiful, amazing glow of all these candles that go on seemingly into infinity. Feel the energy of our intention all together, and imagine that the smoke, the beautiful white, glittering, glimmering, divine light in that smoke that's rising from the center, is moving like a cloud over to Washington, D.C., as we're seated here in our intention. One mind, one love, one light, one healing, one United States of America. And as we're all here holding our own flame, merging into one brilliant light, that cloud is moving over to Washington, D.C. like an actual cloud, and it's descending down and filling the entirety of the government buildings with this sparkling light, healing light, fog like smoke over the entirety of Washington, D.C., and allow that cloud to settle there. And with our consciousness, we know it stays there, and it's rooting out all the evil, all the demonic forces, all the cruelty and the malicious intent to do more and more damage. This cloud that we've created just makes it dissipate and disappear. Bring your consciousness, your focus back to the crowd surrounding the campfire with our beautiful light, and imagine the light moves up into the atmosphere, way, 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 way up, streaming rays of light that we've generated, expanding and circling the entire planet, protecting it and healing it, raising the consciousness of all the sentient beings, all the inhabitants of planet Earth. The healing is now taking place. We surrender the healing energy to do its work. Now bring yourself back into the vision of yourself with this beautiful crowd of people. And you look around and you notice everybody is smiling and happy and laughing, and their faces are aglow with light. And you have a really strong sense that all is well, all will be well, and the vision begins to fade as you find yourself seated here, repeating, all is well, all will be well, all is well, all will be well. All is well. Focus on the breath. All will be well. And feel the emotion of all is well. Content and peaceful. And give yourself the gift every day of knowing that this is possible every single moment of every single day and night. All is well, and all will be well. Now bring your attention back to the sensation of the breath as it moves in and out, and I'll count up from 5 to 1 to bring you to an awakened state. At the count of 1, you can end the meditation or you can continue. 5, knowing the work has been done. 4, 3, feeling balanced in body, mind, and spirit. 2, remembering your divine connection at all times. And at the count of 1, if you want to, you can open your eyes and finish the meditation, or you can continue to meditate. And 1. And namaste.